Ganz tolle Musik, gerade von Marit Larsen, natürlich von ihrem aktuellen Album haben wir gerade gehört. When the Morning Comes, das war natürlich der Song Shine On Little Diamond. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Really great song. Now we have to talk a little bit about your background, a little bit about history, music history, if you like. I mean, it has always played a big role in your life. I think your parents are both professional musicians in the classical world. You started playing the violin at the age of 5. Got your first record deal at the age of 13, which is absolutely amazing. And I think lots of people still remember you because international fame came to you pretty early in your teenage years as a member of the pop duo M2M. That was back with your friend Marion Raven, and you've toured the world. It's been an incredible ride so far, has it not?
It has been incredible, and looking back on it now, I can see 18 years of making records.
Yeah.
What's so crazy is that since this business is what it is, I've never known more than about 6 months in advance what I was going to do. So here I am, and this is my 4th solo album, When the Morning Comes. I changed a lot of things around for this record, and it almost feels like I'm starting over. Hence the album title.
I remember back when you stopped being in M2M, you nearly abandoned professional music altogether. What happened back then? I mean, thank God you started again writing songs and producing albums.
Yeah.
What happened back then?
Well, I never considered giving up music. I never would have done that because writing songs is, as much of a cliche as it sounds like, writing songs is such a big part of me as a human being. But I wondered if I wanted to be a part of the business side of it all, because I was so young, and for 4 years I'd been all over the world, 22 countries, back and forth, and I was a bit overwhelmed by the whole thing. Yeah.
And then back in, I think, 2006, you came back with a very highly successful debut album that was called Under the Surface, which was musically a complete different style compared to M2M. It was very folk-oriented, but for that album, you won the award for Best Norwegian Act.
I love listening to this.
MTV Europe Music Awards and the Norwegian Grammy for Best Female Artist and Best Video.
Yes.
And then second album was The Chase, that was back in 2008, and that's actually the album that contains the song If a Song Could Get Me You. And I think that is the song that most Germans really recognize you for, because that really went all the way up to the #1 position here in Germany. I think back in Austria as well.
Yeah, I did.
Incredible.
It was incredible, and I think I was so blown away by experiencing how much one song can actually change your life, which is what the song is about, ironically. But I think seeing what that song did, how it opened up so many doors for us. We got to play long tours here. It was so much fun, and also be #1 in Germany for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, who gets to experience that? It was crazy.
Natürlich wollen wir euch den Song auch noch mal vorspielen aus dem Jahre 2009. Hier ist sie nämlich, Marit Larsen, und hier ist der #1-Hit von ihr, If a Song Could Get Me You. Ganz kurz mal reingehört.
Change your life forever too. If a song could get me you, I could make it high and low, say it on the radio. If that is what I need to do, if a song could get me you, if a song could get me through, I'd sing my way right back to you.
2009, there you are, Marit Larsen, #1 in Germany and of course in Austria. And here it is. The brand new album is right here up on the table.
That's right.
10 brand new songs on the album, and it was released actually in Norway, I think in the fall of 2014, of last year. Immediately went to the top of the charts there, and here in Germany it hit the shelves not so long ago, I think March 27th.
Yeah.
And why did you take that time with the German release? Because I think in Norway, you already went on tour with the current album.
Yeah, we just got off a great tour. I think, in Norway, I've been an artist for longer than here, and I really wanted to give them the justice and the time that they needed to get to know these new songs. And I wanted to really do a thorough release there. And then I come here and suspected, as it's ended up now, that I'm spending most of my time here. and both audiences are equally important for me. And now I'm back here with my German listeners, and it seems to be going really well so far.
Let's talk about, I think that's interesting, talk about creating the album When the Morning Comes. You recorded it not in Oslo. For the first time, you went all the way to Nashville, Tennessee, actually the capital of Tennessee. And why did you choose Nashville? Is that like for you a special place? I mean, of course, you've always been listening to bluegrass, to country and to folk music.
Well, I have been drawn to Nashville for a long time because of those genres, and so much of the music that's inspired me for the past 15 years has been from Nashville. But in the recent years, I noticed that new releases too was really, they were sticking out. They were the ones that would hit me straight in the core and would feel like they wouldn't leave me. And so what you do when you have those experiences, you go investigate. You know, what's in the water? What's going on over there?
There must be something there.
And I mean, yeah, and there, you know, the fried chicken and the cowboy boots and the hats, and that's all still there. But there's also this new, amazing, very inspiring music scene of very young people who are playing different genres, but are creating music in these legendary rooms, and also in new rooms and new spaces, and are defining Nashville on their own. So I had the time of my life, maybe even the best year of my life.
I think you stayed up there for about 2 months. You were there in Nashville.
Yeah, we recorded over the course of 2 months.
And you played, and I think that's also very interesting. You played with local musicians, like local Nashville talent, if you like. Did they have any idea about your success here in Europe, and especially in your home country? I mean, you're a platinum-selling singer-songwriter. Did they have any idea about you?
Well, I think they had an idea because they were told.
Probably Googled.
Well, I actually told them not to.
Okay.
Yes, and you probably found out that by Googling. But you know, how many times in your life do you get the chance to actually start with something that resembles a clean slate? And I think musically, it is very hard because we are carrying this big amount of baggage. I think it was important for me to go there and create, let every little song be its own universe, and create something new, and be absolutely sure that this was the record that I wanted to put out. And I found that in Nashville. I think you know, everything was recorded there except for drums that I recorded with my big hero in Los Angeles, Mr. Matt Chamberlain.
And also, you were for the first time you were producing. You were the producer of the album. I mean, your friend Topher Brown, he was the co-producer of the album. How was that?
I love how well you've done your homework.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I have been a very big part of the production side of things my whole career, but I think I came to the point where I wanted to have the last word. I wanted it to be obvious to my listeners, and I also wanted to operate in a studio and know that I didn't really have, you don't know his name, but I've worked with a famous big Norwegian producer. I worked with him for the first 3 records, and you know, we learned a lot from each other, and I always had his name and his taste as sort of a safety net, and I obviously have grown stubborn enough that I wanted to see if I could do it without it, you know? And also going so far away and being on my own and getting to know all these new people, it was a part of that process. It was dangerous for me, you know? I was forced to make quick decisions. I was forced to, you know, think about a budget for the first time, those kind of things. But there was no safety net, and I think it actually made me, to be modest, a better songwriter. And I think I also became more clear as to what I wanted to be as an artist.
When can we see you here up on stage in Germany? Any dates soon. Planned coming soon?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
I've been wanting to go back on tour in Germany ever since I quit the last tour. I didn't quit the tour. Ever since the last tour ended in 2011. And there will be a tour. if the album goes fairly well, it'll be a short tour. If it goes as well as I hope and pray, then it'll be a really long tour.
Okay.
So everyone out there.
We're all looking forward.
I'm so excited about it.
Thank you so much, the wonderful Marit Larsen from Norway with her brand new album, of course, When the Morning Comes. Wir werden sie natürlich gleich nochmal hier bei uns live im Studio hören, noch mit einem weiteren Song. Thank you so much. Und kurze Pause hier bei uns und dann geht's gleich weiter. Bleibt dran bei der NRW Live Late Night.